Good morning. This is the Marriage Hot powered by Family Colors. Let me just ask you, suppose a day comes when you pick up the phone and you call your spouse and it rang out. You did it 5 times and at the 6th time you notice that the phone is switched off. What will you think? What will you think? That thing you will think is the state of your marriage, or it's just the beginning of the state of your marriage. You called him, you called her 5 times and then it got switched off. What will you think? Think about it. Don't answer me. What will you think? Will you attribute positive or negative? Will you attribute, one of the terrible things that people attribute on the social media? That thing you attribute is the state of your marriage, the state of your relationship. And I plead with you today to get it right. One of the things that people do is to attribute wrong motive to something that doesn't mean anything. You called your spouse and it rang out 5 times and then it switched off. And then you say, what is he doing now? He doesn't want to speak with me. Who is he with now? Or who is she with now? What are they doing? And all those things. And that makes you to be angry even before you see the spouse. It makes so many of us to have so much negativity that you begin to attribute that negativity. In other words, you choose that whatever is happening must be negative. And then you begin to react negatively to your spouse, even before the person comes home. And then when he comes home or when she comes home, you unleash without finding out what the problem is. Have you ever thought of the fact that before you call that spouse, the boss, probably in the office, had called him to come up and discuss something with him? And then he goes up to discuss something with him and forgets his phone, and the phone was in his office where 2 or 3 other people were having a meeting. And then that phone was disturbing them and they felt, let's just switch it off so that when he comes, we'll tell him we switch off your phone so that you call back the people that called you. Did you ever think about that? Or probably it was ringing and there was one bar of electricity on it, and then it switched off on its own. Did you ever think about that? If you have actually had this situation and you thought negatively, then you need to listen to me. Attributing wrong motive is one of the major problems, one of the major causes of conflict in marriage. And when you attribute the wrong motive to your spouse, what you are saying is that I don't trust you. This is what I have reduced you to. This is the characteristic or the attitude I've reduced you to, and you better live with it. And what does it do to that spouse you're attributing that into? It makes the person know that you don't love, you don't trust, that this is the quantity you can make of him. Stop attributing wrong motives. Find out what it is. Don't put your emotions or your anger or your retaliation in top gear. Don't. Find a good attribution. Think about it and hold on. Don't fire. I won't even tell you to hold on to your fire. Don't even fire. Don't have any fire, because that is your spouse. That is the one you selected. You chose out of the millions of people that are moving around. You made a good choice. Or if you didn't make a good choice, it's your fault. So please, attributing wrong motive is wrong. Think about it. It's a brief thing, but it spoils a lot. One of the little foxes that spoil the vineyard. Look into it, because we do a lot of attribution. Thank you and God bless you. This is the Marriage Hub, powered by Family Colors.